Hey everybody, this is Steve with Multisport Mojo and RunGearGuru.com. Today I wanted to talk about the Nike Zoom Fly and the Nike Zoom Fly SP. Just the difference, just a quick difference between the two, and if you're headed out on race day and you're running in these, or you're going to get one of these bad boys, I'm telling you what, I love. This is the new fast race day running shoe, and the whole world has completely changed for race day running shoes, distance running shoes. But when you get down to it on the Nike Zoom Flies, you have these two options. You have the Nike Zoom Fly straight up, and you have the Nike Zoom Fly SP. Let's talk about the differences between the two, and just a heads up on which one, or when you decide which one to get on the sizing. Because that's important. We'll get to that in just a sec. In fact, it's not important, it's critical on the sizing between the two. So, the Nike Zoom Fly. Breaking 2 happened a couple of years ago. Nike goes out, tries to break the sub 2 marathon record, optimal conditions, and they design a completely new shoe from the ground up. Now, if you're a distance runner like I am, 20 plus years running marathons and triathlons, I thought when you ran a marathon, you were supposed to get blisters and you were supposed to lose toenails. Turns out that's not the case. I ran my first couple in Nike running shoes, and Nike running shoes had always been great. But for me, they were way too narrow in the toe for distance racing. And so I switched out. I wore Asics Gel Kayanos for, another almost 20 years. And they went through design changes and all of that, but it was a wider toe box. When I was around other marathon age group runners, it was a lot of the Asics Gel Kayanos, Mizuno Waves, Ghost, or the Brooks Ghost, now Hokas, the Hoka One Ones, the Cliftons, a lot of those really comfortable shoes with max cush, right? And then Breaking 2 happened, and the entire world around distance running shoes, and in particular racing shoes, because that's different, distance racing shoes changed. This is the Nike Zoom Fly. What happened? 2 things that Nike did. They trashed everything that they'd done in a running shoe. They started with 0. They started with this, nothing. And they said, let's look at the biomechanics of the foot, of a racer's foot, and what do they need? They need max cush. They need energy return to move forward. They need the shoe to be light because this is race day and we want to go as fast as we can, and we want to make this optimal for being as fast as we can. We want to make the toe box, here I'll bring this up, we want to make the toe box wide in a Nike. Are you kidding me? Finally, we have a wide toe box in a Nike distance running shoe and the Nike distance racing shoe. And you've got a supportive upper. They've got this new heel collar, which reduces rub. They just have thought just about everything. The biomechanics on the lacing system, you see how they come down at a curve, they mimic the biomechanics of your foot. They stay tight and taut. You've got the outer sole is a different foam than the midsole that they use, which in the Nike Zoom Flies is the React, and then they use this more sturdy, at least on the bottom outer sole, so that they've got some durability. Now that's different from like an Ultra or a Hoka, where if you run in those and you really want that max cushion, they also just wear out really fast because they don't have the more durable outer sole. So Nike, from start to finish, has created really the ultimate race day distance running shoe. Now, they have 2 versions of that. They've got the Nike Zoom Fly, which has the fabric upper, and then they've got the Nike Zoom Fly SP. And the SP has this super lightweight upper. You can actually see my hand through it. Still all of the same biomechanics on the lacing system, a little different, but the same idea on the biomechanics. It's the same, so I'm gonna cover my face up for a sec, but it's the same midsole Right, you've still got the Nike React Foam, which is, I'm going to say it's the next step down. The next step up, the elite Kipchoge and elite runners in London and Boston, the elite pack, they're running in the Nike Vaporflies, which use ZoomX for the midsole foam. They've still got the carbon fiber plate for that aggressive takeoff and the energy return, and they've still got this more durable outer sole. But that's the only difference, and the difference between the two is just it's a little bouncier on the takeoff. But for elite runners want every advantage they can get, right? So for you and I, for if you're somewhere between qualifying for Boston and a sub 4, this is your shoe. So here's the one thing that I want at least to teach you if you say, okay, I'm all in on the Nike Zoom Fly, Superfly or Superfast upper, the midsole that's from the future with the React foam, the carbon fiber plate, and the energy return pushing you forward. All of the toe box. This is not what you know a Nike running shoe to be. Here's the big piece of advice. When you try them on, like anything, it used to be you go to a running store and you'd pick out a running shoe that felt good. And then they started to put treadmills in running stores. Super smart, right? So you could see what it was like to walk around, and then you could see what it was like to run in them. Why? Why was it important to see what would happen when you ran in running shoes? Two things happen. One, your toes, right as you run, they're going to move forward. They're going to move forward in the toe box, and they're going to splay. So you need a little bit of extra room in this toe box for your toes to extend and display out. Otherwise, what happens? Blisters and toenails your toes get destroyed. You get blisters and you get black toenails. You lose toenails from jamming for 26.2 miles or 13.1 on a half. And it happens, right? I mean, I told you my experience. I thought every distance runner was supposed to have blisters and lose toenails. No, you just have the wrong running shoe. So not only is this the fastest running shoe, but it's now the most comfortable running shoe. Now, here's a word to the wise. I wear a 10.5 and just a regular everyday shoe. In a running shoe, for a long, long time, I wore Asics Gel Kayanos. I would wear an 11, so I'd come up, right? So I had a little bit of extra room. In the Nike Zoom Fly, I had to bounce up to an 11.5. So now I'm a full size larger for that race day, right? Now how do I know that? Well, these are my trainers right now. These are my Tempo trainers. They're Nike Zoom Flies. These are white ones. These are blue ones. And trying them out, about a size bigger than my everyday shoe is perfect. Now that's different than the Nike Zoom Fly SP. The Nike Zoom Fly SP, I needed to go a full size and a half larger. So how do I know that? This is the Nike Zoom Fly. This is an 11.5. I just ran my last marathon in these. And while my toes weren't jamming in because I'd gotten the Nike Zoom Flies, right? A size larger, I got these at the same time. The Nike Zoom Fly SPs, they just need a little more room. So I went and got another pair of Nike Zoom Fly SPs in a 12. Now I wear a 10.5, so this is a full size and a half larger, and they're perfect. So in a Nike Zoom Fly SP, get a size and a half larger, and then everything else is perfect. You'll have a super fast race day. Their racing flats used to be flat. They used to be for elite runners, and you and I were stuck with the same training shoe, the same comfortable training shoe that we would wear in training, we would wear on race day. We don't have to do that anymore. If you want to run your fastest marathon, if you're looking to PR and a half or a full distance or a full marathon, this is the shoe. These are built to go race day fast. But in the Nike Zoom Fly SP, you want a size and a half larger. In the Nike Zoom Fly, you want a full size larger. And both are terrific. The difference is the upper. It just depends on the kind of upper you want. This is a little lighter. This has got a little more stability. They're both, man, they're both just, they are the fastest running shoe on the planet. And you want to use whatever shoe you use in training, use this on race day and get used to them on your tempo runs so that you can get used to a little stiffer feel. You still get a ton of cushion. There's still a really comfortable ride. It's not like running in flats where they could do it because they were only on the road for a little over 2 hours. If you're a sub 4 guy, somewhere between a 315 and a sub 4, you will love these. Plenty of cush, plenty of push right on that carbon fiber sole, and the energy return you get from the Nike React foam, and then the super light upper. Just depends on what kind of upper you want, right? Size larger on the Nike Zoom Fly, size and a half larger on the Nike Zoom Fly SP. I hope that helps. What we want to do here at Multisport Mojo is do the homework for you. So we look at the stuff out of the box and tell you our initial thoughts. Then we go take them out on a road test, and then we'll do races in them, and we'll tell you what, so that you don't run into the same snafus that we might run into and have to learn. We want to do the learning for you, make you better. Hey, follow us here on our YouTube channel at Multisport Mojo, where you'll see tips and tricks, you'll see product reviews, and you'll see our podcast, where we take Coach Kirk, he's an Ironman certified coach, and me, age group gear guru, and we throw a topic on the table, and I'm telling you, it gets pretty entertaining. Hitting that topic from two sides of the fence. Or go out to our webpage at rungearguru.com or trygearguru.com. Can I tell triathletes, you need to be running in these shoes. They're fast to get on, and it's both for full distance marathons, full or half Ironmans. You need to be running in these. Go to trygearguru.com and rungearguru.com. And that's about it. Go get yourself a pair of Nike Zoom Flies or a pair of Nike Zoom Fly SPs. Get the right size and have a fantastic race day. All right, we'll talk to you later.